They let him stay for a night in their home. What he did was shocking. The fridge alarm went off at 2:11 a.m., shrill and relentless, and Marisol knew, before she even reached the kitchen, that something was wrong. Her mother's voice followed, thin and guilty, "Don't wake Ben. Please. It's probably fine." Marisol stood barefoot on the tile, staring at the insulin cooler blinking red like a warning flare. A power flicker. Just seconds, maybe. Enough to ruin medication they couldn't afford to replace. If you want to watch more related videos, kindly subscribe to my channel, and share your idea in the comments section. Phoenix Heat didn't care about intentions. Neither did diabetes. Elena sat at the table, purse clutched to her chest, eyes avoiding Marisol's. Ben appeared in the doorway, still wearing his warehouse boots, face hollowed out by a double shift. "What happened?" he asked. "Nothing," Elena said too fast. That word, nothing, had become a cornerstone of their marriage. By morning, life resumed its brutal choreography. Ben left before sunrise. Marisol clocked into the call center, apologizing for problems she didn't create. Elena checked her blood sugar, frowning at numbers she pretended not to fear. The house felt temporary, but time had stretched it into permanence. At 10:42 a.m., Marisol's phone buzzed. "Javi lost his job. Can he stay with us for a bit?" "A bit." She closed her eyes. Temporary always meant permanent. Javier arrived that night with a duffel bag and easy charm. He hugged Elena first, kissed her cheek, called her Señora Reina. He joked about bad luck, promised interviews lined up, swore he'd be gone soon. Ben looked relieved in a way that unsettled Marisol. Relief meant surrender. Within days, Javier filled the house with sound. Music at midnight. Friends dropping by. Food disappears faster. Bills climbing quietly. Marisol adjusted spreadsheets, shaving dollars where there were none left. She told herself family helped family. Then, passing the hallway one night, she heard Elena's voice through a cracked door. "You don't have to pay me back right away," her mother whispered. "Just promise me you're trying." Marisol froze. Javier answered softly, "Thank you. Please don't tell Ben." Marisol backed away, heart pounding, realizing the house wasn't just crowded, it was quietly betraying itself. And she knew this secret would cost them far more than money. Marisol didn't confront anyone. She watched instead. She watched Elena stretch groceries, skipping snacks. Watched Javier buy coffee but claimed he hadn't eaten. Watched Ben work overtime until his hands shook, smiling like effort alone could fix everything. The money left Elena's purse in small bills. Disability checks converted into quiet mercy. Marisol noticed because she tracked every dollar like a lifeline. Numbers stopped lining up. Prescriptions refilled late. A copay unpaid. One afternoon, Marisol came home early after her hours were cut. Elena sat at the table counting bills with careful slowness. "You lent him money," Marisol said. Elena flinched. "Lower your voice. You're giving him your check. He's family. So am I." Elena's eyes hardened, not angry, but resolute. "You're strong." That word felt like a sentence. That night, Marisol told Ben everything. The cooler alarm. The loans. The whispered promises. He wouldn't ask her, Ben said automatically. "She offered because she thinks that's her role," Marisol snapped. "To sacrifice quietly." Ben rubbed his face. "I can talk to him." "When?" she asked. "Between which shift?" The argument spilled into the kitchen, bouncing off cabinets that had absorbed too many fights. Javier walked in mid-sentence, charm faltering as he read the room. I didn't mean to cause problems, he said later at Marisol's door. Then stop taking money from my mother. He nodded too fast. Of course. But the next morning, Elena's purse was lighter again. Compassion, Marisol realized, had become a habit no one wanted to break. The day Marisol passed out at work, the temperature hit 112 degrees. Dehydration. Stress. You need rest, her supervisor said, already moving on. Rest didn't exist at home. Javier now had freelance gigs. Elena praised his effort. Ben clung to hope like a flotation device. Comparisons crept in. Javi cooks. Javi stays positive. Elena never said Marisol's name, but the implication burned. Then Marisol found a receipt, insulin paid in cash. The twist came that night. Their bank account was overdrawn by $600. Ben hadn't known. Javier had. Elena had co-signed a payday loan, using Ben's name. The house exploded. Ben shouted. Javier defended himself. Elena clutched her chest, breath hitching. Marisol called 911, guilt and fury colliding as sirens wailed. At the hospital, Ben stared at the wall. I don't know how to choose. Then everything chooses for you, Marisol said. When they returned home, nothing felt like it belonged to them anymore. Elena survived. The doctor's words lingered, stress is killing you faster than diabetes. Ben asked Javier to leave. Javier laughed, then stopped when he saw Ben's face. You'd throw me out? I'm already losing everything, Ben said. I can't lose her too. Javier packed slowly, anger hardening into resentment. Family's supposed to help. It did, Marisol said. Until it started killing us. The door closed. The house exhaled, but the bills didn't. Elena withdrew, ashamed. Silence replaced chaos. Then the eviction notice came. 30 days. Ben collapsed. Marisol held him. Elena apologized until Marisol begged her to stop. Survival was no longer theoretical, it had a deadline. Javier returned once more. He had steady work. Cash. Enough to help, if they let him move back in. The choice hung heavy. Ben looked at Marisol. For the first time, he waited. No, Marisol said. We survive without poisoning ourselves. Javier nodded, shame flickering. He handed Ben the money anyway. For Mom. They moved to a smaller place. One job each. Fewer hours. More sleep. Elena stabilized. Ben laughed again. Compassion remained, but now it had boundaries. And the fridge alarm stayed silent.